So, you think you've seen America? Maybe hit the Rockies once, posted a snow pic, felt cute, moved on, but here's the thing. You've only seen the trailer. The main feature is way crazier. There are real mountain towns out there that look like they were ripped straight out of a fantasy movie. Places where the scenery is so insane, you'll think your eyes are glitching. But most people only know the basic tourist traps, the VIP lounges of the mountains like Aspen and Jackson Hole. Those places are cool, but they're the predictable, expensive, seen-it-all-on-Instagram destinations. Today, we're not just visiting the mountains, we're going on an expedition. We're climbing past the cliches and going straight to the peak. I'm talking about 10 mountain towns that are so wild, weird, and gorgeous you'll double-check the GPS. These aren't just places to visit. They're places that will make you question everything about your 9 to 5. We're going to places that are so remote, so unique, they feel like a different planet. One town legally declared itself the center of the universe. Another has more stars in the sky than residents. And one, it's basically Germany. But in Washington. This is your official invitation to the edge of the map. So before we get into it, do me a huge favor and help me out. Like this video so the algorithm thinks I'm important. Seriously, every like is like a vote for more crazy adventures. Subscribe because someday you'll want to escape, and this channel is basically your break glass in case of boring life kit. Now hit that button before your boss walks by. Let's go. Alright, kicking things off with number 10, we're going to a place that sounds like a joke but is 100% real. Wallace, Idaho. This isn't just a town, it's a time capsule. Driving into Wallace is like hitting 88 miles per hour in a DeLorean and landing in the middle of the gold rush. It's so charming, so frozen in time, it looks like a steampunk film set collided with the Oregon Trail. The entire town is on the National Register of Historic Places, and it's packed with these incredible old-school brick buildings. With less than 1,000 residents, you get more historic buildings than stoplights. It's the kind of place where everyone knows your name, your dog's name, and probably what you had for breakfast. But here's where it gets weird. In 2004, the mayor officially proclaimed Wallace the center of the universe. There's even a manhole cover downtown to prove it. So if you've ever felt like the world revolves around you, congratulations. You found your capital city. Now let's talk real life. The cost of living is unbelievably low. You can actually afford to exist here. Crime is almost non-existent, probably because the one police officer would know who did it immediately. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Jobs are scarce. This is a place you move to with a remote job, not to find one. The winters are absolutely brutal. We're talking feet of snow, not inches. And modern conveniences? Forget about it. The internet is slow, and the train horn is your guaranteed 5:40 a.m. alarm clock every single day. So, is Wallace for you? It's a double-edged sword. It's a place for finding inner peace, for unplugging from the chaos of the modern world. It's also the perfect place to start a podcast about conspiracy theories, and honestly, you might end up doing both. If you want a life that's quiet, historic, and just a little bit eccentric, Wallace is waiting. Just be ready for that train. Next up, number 9, we're heading to U.S.U.S, Colorado. People call this place the Switzerland of America, and they are not kidding. The town is squeezed into this insane box canyon, completely surrounded by 13,000-foot peaks that shoot straight up into the sky. It delivers 360-degree views that are so dramatic, they look like a CGI background. You literally can't take a bad picture here. It's the kind of epic scenery that makes you feel incredibly small in the best way possible. U.S.U.S is a paradise for people who think relaxing means dangling from a rope. It's the ice climbing capital of the country, with a massive man-made ice park that attracts people from all over the world. In the summer, the entire area turns into a massive off-roading playground, with jeeps crawling up trails you wouldn't think a person could even walk up. And after a long day of risking your life for fun, you can soak in the town's natural hot springs. It's the ultimate reward. But living in paradise comes with a price tag, and it is steep. The median home price is a gut-punching $625,000, and rent for a decent place will run you about $1,500 a month. The overall cost of living is high. Groceries, gas, everything costs more, because it has to be trucked into this remote canyon. So while the views are priceless, your bank account will definitely feel the pain. Living here means making some serious trade-offs. It's incredibly safe, but you'll trade Uber Eats for actual bear sightings in your backyard. Your dating life might consist of arguing about the best brand of snow tire chains. Every business, even the grocery store, feels like a mini hike to get to, and finding a parking spot is a competitive sport. But when you wake up every morning and see those mountains glowing in the sunrise, you might just decide it's all worth it. For our number 8 spot, we're teleporting to Europe, without leaving the country. Welcome to Leavenworth, Washington. This town had an identity crisis, went full Bavaria, and never looked back. I'm not exaggerating. In the 1960s, the town was dying, so the leaders decided to completely transform it into a Bavarian-style village to attract tourists. And boy, did it work. Now every single building looks like a gingerbread house, from the gas station to the Starbucks. This place is committed to the bit. There's a museum with over 7,000 nutcrackers. The background music of the town is often the sound of an Alpenhorn concert echoing through the streets, and the Oktoberfest energy is year-round. You can get a bratwurst and a giant stein of beer any day of the week. It's a full-on, immersive experience that feels like you've stepped through a portal into a German fairy tale. But living in a fairy tale theme park has its own set of challenges. The charm is undeniable, but it comes at a cost. The median home price has soared to $735,000, and rent is around $1,600. The cost of living is a hefty 21% above the national average. It's a tourist town, through and through, which means the economy is strong, but you're also constantly navigating crowds. And that charm can wear thin when you're the one working the beer tent for the 10th weekend in a row, or trying to get groceries while dodging tourists in lederhosen. Living in Leavenworth is a constant balance between surreal beauty and tourist-fueled chaos. You get access to some of the most incredible hiking, climbing, and skiing in the Cascades right out your front door. But you also have to accept that you live in a place that is, for all intents and purposes, a year-round festival. But hey, where else can you hear Alpenhorn concerts on your way to the post office? If you have a high tolerance for tourists and a deep love for pretzels, this might be your quirky paradise. Coming in at number 7, we're heading down to the high desert of New Mexico to a place that's pure magic, Taos. This isn't just a town, it's an experience. Taos is where the rugged Sangre de Cristo Mountains crash into the desert mesa, creating a landscape that will absolutely make your jaw drop. The sky here feels bigger, the colors feel brighter. It's famous for its sunsets, which paint the entire valley in shades of orange, pink, and purple that look completely unreal. The vibe in Taos is a unique blend of Wild West, ancient culture, and a thriving creative spirit. The town is centered around the historic Taos Pueblo, a multi-story adobe village that has been continuously inhabited for over 1,000 years. This deep history gives the town a soul that you can feel. It has attracted artists for generations, and the town is packed with galleries, studios, and a general air of creativity that's incredibly inspiring. It feels like a place where you could finally write that novel or learn to paint. What's really amazing about Taos is that this world-class beauty is actually attainable. The cost of living here is surprisingly reasonable, sitting right around the national average. You can find a cool adobe-style home without having to sell a kidney. It offers a much more accessible entry point to mountain living than many of the big-name ski towns, but with a culture and scenery that are arguably richer and more unique. It's a place where you can have a $1 million view without the $1 million price tag. Life in Taos is for someone who wants adventure, but on their own terms. You can spend your morning skiing the legendary steeps of Taos Ski Valley, your afternoon exploring ancient ruins, and your evening watching the sunset from a hot spring overlooking the Rio Grande Gorge. It's a town that encourages you to slow down, to look up, and to appreciate the artistry of the world around you. If you're looking for a mountain town with soul, Taos is it. At number 6, we're hitting the Sierra Nevada mountains in California to check out Truckee. This isn't your typical quiet mountain retreat. Truckee has a gritty, adventurous energy that's impossible to ignore. It started as a rough-and-tumble railroad town during the 19th century, and you can still feel that history in its lively, historic downtown. The old brick buildings now house trendy bars, amazing restaurants, and cool boutique shops, creating a perfect blend of Old West and modern mountain culture. Truckee is, without a doubt, a year-round playground for adventure seekers. In the winter, you're a stone's throw from some of the most legendary ski resorts in North America, like Palisades Tahoe and North Star. The snowfall here is massive, and the terrain is world-class. When the snow melts, the town transforms into a mountain biking mecca. The trails range from flowy single-track to insane downhill courses. Plus, you have the stunning Donner Lake for paddleboarding, kayaking, and just chilling on the beach. This town is for people who can't sit still. The community is built around a shared love for the outdoors. Your social life revolves around planning the next ski day or bike ride. The downtown area is always buzzing with energy, with live music, farmers markets, and a general feeling that something cool is always happening. It's a social and active town, the polar opposite of a sleepy, isolated mountain village. Of course, being this cool and this close to Lake Tahoe comes with a California price tag. It's expensive, but for those who can swing it, Truckee offers an unparalleled lifestyle. It's a place where you can work hard and play even harder. It's for the person who wants the epic mountain scenery and the endless adventure, but also wants a great cup of coffee and a craft beer at the end of the day. If you've got the energy and the budget, Truckee is an absolute blast. For our halfway point at number 5, we're heading to the East Coast to a town steeped in legendary history, Lake Placid, New York. This isn't just another pretty town in the Adirondack Mountains, this is hallowed ground for sports fans. Lake Placid has hosted the Winter Olympics not once, but twice, in 1932 and 1980. That Olympic spirit is still the lifeblood of the town. You can feel the history everywhere you go. This is a place where you can live out your own Olympic dreams. You can skate on the same Olympic speed skating oval where Eric Heiden won 5 gold medals. You can even ride a bobsled down the actual track at the Olympic Sports Complex with a professional driver. You can visit the rink where the Miracle on Ice happened. The facilities are still used as a major training center for elite athletes, so it's not uncommon to see future Olympians walking around town. Beyond the Olympic legacy, Lake Placid is just a stunningly beautiful place. The town is nestled between 2 lakes, Mirror Lake and Lake Placid, with the Adirondack high peaks surrounding it. In the summer, the lakes are filled with canoes, kayaks, and paddleboards. In the winter, Mirror Lake freezes over and becomes a hub for ice skating and dog sledding. The hiking here is some of the best on the East Coast, with 46 peaks over 4,000 feet to conquer. Living in Lake Placid means embracing a 4-season lifestyle. The town has a classic, charming main street with shops and restaurants overlooking Mirror Lake. It's a place that's both a world-class athletic hub and a cozy mountain retreat. It's perfect for families, athletes, and anyone who loves the crisp mountain air and the call of the outdoors. If you want to live in a town that inspires you to be active and chase your goals, Lake Placid is a gold medal winner. Number 4 takes us to Big Sky Country, to Whitefish, Montana. This town is the definition of a hidden gem, though the secret is getting out fast. Whitefish is where the rugged peaks of Glacier National Park meet a massive crystal-clear lake. The scenery is absolutely top tier. But what really sets Whitefish apart is its vibe. It has all the stunning beauty of a famous resort town, but without the attitude. The locals are genuinely friendly, and there's a laid-back, welcoming feel that's hard to find. The outdoor access here is just insane. In the winter, Whitefish Mountain Resort offers incredible skiing with legendary snow ghosts, trees completely plastered in snow and ice. The views from the summit, looking out over the Flathead Valley and into Glacier National Park, are breathtaking. In the summer, you have Whitefish Lake for boating and swimming, plus you are on the doorstep of Glacier National Park, one of the most beautiful national parks in the entire country. The hiking, wildlife viewing, and exploring possibilities are literally endless. The town itself has a vibrant, artsy downtown with a great mix of galleries, breweries, and fantastic restaurants. It feels authentic and community-focused. It's not just a town for tourists, it's a town for people who live there. There's a strong sense of local pride, and people are passionate about preserving the town's character and the natural beauty that surrounds it. It's a place where people actually stop and talk to each other on the street. Whitefish strikes an incredible balance. It's growing, and prices are going up, but it hasn't lost its soul. It's a place for people who want world-class outdoor recreation but also value a strong sense of community. It's for the person who wants to ski all day and then grab a beer at a brewery where they know the bartender's name. If you're looking for that perfect mix of epic adventure and small-town warmth, Whitefish, Montana is calling your name. For number 3, we're heading back to Colorado, to a town that's bursting with color and energy. Breckenridge. This place is not a quiet retreat, it's a full-on party. Breckenridge started as a gritty mining town in the 1800s, and that history is on full display in its massive, nationally recognized historic district. But instead of being drab, the old Victorian buildings are painted in a rainbow of bright colors, making the town look like a festive, high-altitude carnival. Breckenridge is first and foremost a ski mecca. Breckenridge Ski Resort is enormous, with 5 distinct peaks offering terrain for every ability level, from gentle beginner slopes to insane high alpine bowls. The ski-out access from the town is incredible. But the party doesn't stop when the snow melts. The town hosts festivals nearly every weekend of the year, celebrating everything from beer and food to its own mythical troll. There's always something going on. The energy here is infectious. The town is always buzzing. Main Street is packed with over 200 shops, restaurants, and bars. The April ski scene is legendary, with people spilling out of bars and celebrating a great day on the mountain. It's a young, vibrant town that attracts people from all over the world who are here for one reason: to have a good time in a beautiful place. Living in Breck means embracing the hustle. It's a world-famous tourist destination, so it's crowded and expensive, but it also means you have a world of fun at your fingertips. You can spend your days exploring epic mountain terrain and your nights enjoying a lively, bustling town. It's for the social butterfly who wants to be in the middle of the action. If your idea of mountain living involves as much nightlife as it does wildlife, Breckenridge is the place to be. Coming in at number 2, we're visiting the picture-perfect New England mountain town of Stowe, Vermont. If you have a Pinterest board titled Cozy Autumn Vibes, it probably just features pictures of Stowe. This place is the quintessential Vermont village, complete with a steepled white church, classic covered bridges, and rolling green hills that turn into a fiery masterpiece of red, orange, and yellow in the fall. It's so charming it almost feels fake. Stowe is famous for 2 things: skiing and maple syrup. Stowe Mountain Resort is one of the premier ski destinations on the East Coast, known for its challenging terrain and snowy winters. But the town truly shines in the fall. People come from all over the world to see the fall foliage, and it absolutely lives up to the hype. Driving the winding roads surrounded by those colors is an experience in itself, and yes, you can get some of the best, most authentic maple syrup you've ever had in your life. The vibe in Stowe is one of refined, rustic charm. It's less about high adrenaline adventure and more about enjoying the simple, beautiful things. It's about scenic drives, hiking to waterfalls, visiting farms, and warming up by a fire in a cozy inn. The town has a wonderful collection of boutique shops, artisanal food producers, and farm-to-table restaurants. It's a place that encourages you to slow down and savor the moment. Living in Stowe is like living inside a postcard. It's quiet, it's beautiful, and it's deeply connected to the seasons. It's a place for people who appreciate a slower pace of life and find beauty in the details. It's for the person who would rather spend their Saturday at a farmer's market than a nightclub. If your dream is to live in a town that looks and feels like a warm hug, then Stowe, Vermont is your perfect cozy escape. And finally, our number 1 most unbelievable mountain town is a place so wild, so dramatic, it feels like the edge of the earth. We're going to Homer, Alaska. This isn't just a town where the mountains meet the sea, it's where they crash into the sea in the most spectacular way possible. Known as the end of the road, Homer is literally as far as you can drive on the main highway system. From here on out, it's just ocean and wilderness. The views in Homer will leave you speechless. The town sits on the shore of Kachemak Bay, looking out across the water at a panorama of snow-capped volcanic mountains and massive glaciers. It's a constantly changing landscape of fog, sun, and dramatic weather. The wildlife is everywhere. Bald eagles are as common as pigeons, moose wander through town, and the bay is teeming with whales, otters, and some of the best halibut fishing on the planet. The heart of the town is the Homer Spit, a narrow 4.5-mile-long piece of land that juts out into the bay. It's a bustling hub of fishing boats, quirky shops, art galleries, and amazing seafood restaurants. The culture in Homer is a rugged, independent, and creative mix of fishermen, artists, and homesteaders. It's a place for people who are self-reliant and deeply in love with the raw, untamed beauty of nature. Living in Homer is not for the faint of heart, it is remote. The winters are long and dark. But the payoff is a life surrounded by a level of natural grandeur that few people ever get to experience. It's a place where you can watch a glacier calve from your kitchen window or go kayaking with sea otters after work. It's a town that reminds you that the world is still a wild, beautiful, and awe-inspiring place. For its jaw-dropping beauty and untamed spirit, Homer, Alaska is our #1 mountain town you won't believe exists. So there you have it, 10 towns that prove America's mountains are hiding some of the most incredible places on Earth. From the center of the universe in Idaho to the end of the road in Alaska, these aren't just dots on a map, they're gateways to a completely different life. A life with more adventure, more beauty, and probably more snow than you're used to. Each one offers a unique escape from the ordinary, a place where the scenery is the main event. But this is just the beginning. The world is full of amazing places to live, and we're on a mission to find them all. Think you know the best cities? Let's find out, and trust me, you're not ready for what's next. We're going to be diving into places that will completely change how you think about where you could live, and choosing wrong could cost you thousands or your sanity. No pressure. This is your guide to a life less ordinary. So, if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell before your boss walks by. This channel is your break glass in case of boring life kit. Your future self will thank you when you're planning your escape from the cubicle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.